Hey, gorgeous people. Friday. Well, it is for me. I was going to listen to a podcast driving home, and then I was listening to a podcast, and then I realized my water bottle was pretty much empty, so I just stopped and got some water, which I hate doing. I hate paying for water. I'm also ravenous, so I grabbed some cheese and crackers. So hungry. My appetite's back. Woohoo! I'm actually very excited about that. The worst thing about grieving is losing your appetite. The amount of food that I've defrosted from my freezer to try and make myself eat something, and then I've just eaten it going, this sucks. Um, well, hello, Anne Marie. Doing good, honey bunny. Heading home. It is, of course, Tuesday, not Friday, but in terms of my work week, it's my Friday because I don't go back to work now for 6 whole days. And I'm really looking forward to the break. Not that I'm not enjoying my job, but I'm finally able to just have some really good healing time. How's your day been? You can chat while I eat some food. I just grabbed some water and I was hungry. It's like I've got to have some fruit or something. They didn't have any fruit that looked like I wanted to eat it. It looked okay, but it wasn't looking good enough. And I love eating blueberries. I wanted a punnet of blueberries, but they didn't have any. So I got cheese and crackers because I'm hungry, man. I'm happy I've got my appetite back. You been good? Got really cold here today. Apparently, it was going to snow on Mount Wellington. Um, There was definitely a squall happening up there, which is usually what happens before it snows. But the squall cleared while I was in the office, and then when I came out, it's this beautiful sunny afternoon. So I have no idea if it snowed or not. It certainly felt cold enough to be snowing. Dennis is really good. Awesome. Go, Dennis, go. But yeah, the chill factor in the air today, my boss flew in and he was like, fuck, it's cold. And I'm like, yeah, it's like Scotland. He's Scottish. Really nice weather for you? Yeah, we had some really nice weather, and then it just the last 2 days. Like yesterday, I was saying to people in the building where I work, I was like, is it just me or is it really cold? And they're like, no, it is really cold. Um, and then this morning, when I was getting ready for work, because the building I work in is quite a cold building. Um, I made sure I was wearing enough clothes because yesterday I was like, no, I've got to start wearing some more wintry clothes. On the first day of autumn, and it's like, let's impersonate winter. So I've got like boots, leggings, a little tunic, and a long sleeve woolen top under the tunic. Like it's fine wool, but it's warm. And, a jacket. I nearly thought about grabbing a beanie as well. That is obviously how cold it was. Beanie weather in March. Oh, you found a video of Kia. Hey, Caspar. Yeah, I've been can't believe I've gone live and I'm eating, but seriously, if I didn't eat something, I was just gonna start chewing on bits of the car. I've been watching some videos of biscuit, and I found a few that I didn't remember that I had. Like when it snowed at my place last year, and that little catlope used to go out on the deck when it was raining and get absolutely saturated, and then I'd dry her off with a warm towel, and then she'd run back out in the rain and get wet again because she was funny like that. I thought she'd dig the snow, but she did not go out on the deck when it was snowing. It does make you a bit sad. And this time last year, we were going into self-isolation, and I joined the Pets of Isolation group on Facebook. So a lot of my Facebook memories are of photos of Biscuit, but oh, dudes, I need to go in the lane there. If I don't get over, we're going to be going a long way home. I shall slow down and jump in here. If you could just accelerate a tiny bit, dude. Nicely done, Vicky. No one calls me Vicky except me when I'm being an idiot. But I know what you mean. Like it is sad watching the videos and seeing photos and stuff, and then I sort of think, oh, I try and remember her with a smile, and I do, but it's just it's just the shock and the suddenness when they go that takes a lot longer to wear off. Like other people that knew Biscuit really well before I had her are still in shock. What have you been up to, Casparini? Got any news? Although you'll have to shout at me because I'm about to hit the freeway. I will not be able to read a fucking thing in lowercase. Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't going to go live. I was listening to a podcast and then I stopped for biscuits and some water, and then I was like, fuck it, let's go live. Can't believe I've got 6 days off. One advantage of last week working late in the week and then early this week is now I've got nearly a week off. Woo-hoo. Gotta be hit that. Just working. Hello, beautiful gone girl. I've set a reminder for that, Casper. The 13th. It seems like it's forever away. But yeah, I've got a reminder set. I'll pop it in my diary too. Is it wrong of me to say I'm looking forward to it, even though I've got a bit of an inkling about some of it because of that email that you sent me? It's good to get things off your chest, I reckon. And just having a right of reply. Hey, check out all the traffic going into the city. We're the ones that are moving. Woo! So many people work down my way now. Like historically, driving home, we'd get a free run and the lane going back in the other way. I'm sorry, we'd be a bit more congested. And the other side would be a lot slower, but I mean faster as well, but not anymore. Looks like it does in the morning. I wonder if there's been a prank on the bridge or something that we just missed or it's weird. You do have to get closure. Closure's good. I'm okay, gone girl. I'll read chat in a little while when I get stuck in traffic. It's really hard on this part of the road because I'm doing like this fastest part of the journey home. Um, but Yeah, no, I'm feeling okay. It's up and down, every day is different. I'm looking forward to having this break. Not that I don't love my job, but I just feel like I've had to keep soldiering on, and it'd be nice to actually not have to soldier on and just do some healing, go for really long walks on the beach, and not the super quick ones I've been doing in the morning for work, and being able to go to the gym during the day, not having to go in first thing in the morning. I'm going back to starting to go back to the gym tomorrow. I haven't been to the gym for like 2 months, so I didn't want to. Don't want to be around happy people when you're grieving. I mean, you do sometimes, but the gym is all a bit much for me. So, and I'll be doing some meal prepping, and I've got a beautiful voucher from my sister and Laura and my brother for my birthday to go and get a massage. So I'm going to do that and start planning a little weekend away. We've got a long weekend again this weekend, so there's a lot of tourists here now, so there's not a lot of options for accommodation. I might go for like a couple of day trips, like road trips, but just for the day. Take you guys for some drives, go and see some stuff. But I gave up on trying to find somewhere to stay because so many places are really heavily booked out. And I have got a friend who's Bernie's mum, my friend Bernie who died, her mum has a shack up at a place called Warford. And she said, you're more than happy to use it whenever you want. So I might touch base with her and just see what her movements are, and if there's a couple of nights over the next few weeks, just say, can I have it those nights? And then another friend of mine who lives in New Zealand, but her mum is up on the East Coast, and I promised her at a funeral last year. Well, this funeral's going to be dead, but at a funeral last year, I said, I'll come up and see you. And then because of Biscuit needing medicine, I never wanted to leave her with someone for, so I could go away for a few nights, and getting a house sitter, babysitter for her. She was on a lot of meds from June onwards, so it was just easier to stay around and be there for her. So I haven't been up to see Geraldine either, but I might give her a call. So I might be able to do an East Coast trip and just stay at some other people's houses, people that I know, but I don't know. I'll work it out. This week I think I'm just going to regroup at home. I've got lots of projects at home I want to finish. I'm glad I've got time off too, Gone Girl. The timing is perfect. So one advantage for only working 2 days a week. The disadvantage of only working 2 days a week is I'm loving this job and I want them to pile more work onto me, but they're being very reasonable and saying, no, you're 2 days a week, this will keep you busy. So it's kind of nice. I'm so used to having so much work dumped on me, and I'm so used to me saying, give me more work. Whereas these guys are like, nah, we're happy with the workload you've got for the moment. It's really nice. I've got time to actually, probably focus on what I'm doing because I'm not a learning curve. It's all kind of new to me. It's been a very long time since I've practiced in this area before, and when I did practice in it, it was in a completely different jurisdiction. So I've got to learn all the new systems and forms and processes. Your life has gone to shit, Mary? I'm here for you if you ever need to chat. You know that. I don't. I don't think there's anything I can say to you that will make you feel better. But you're very loved, and I wish you weren't going through what you're going through so badly. I wish you weren't. It's not fair. I know you do, gorgeous. I was actually thinking of you before because I was behind a. Down here, we've got like these little. I forgot to say, missed out saying what half a crayfish was. Not that I want crayfish, but I'm always curious. Couldn't give them away when I was a kid. Now they're like crazy expensive. Um, yeah, I thought of you before because we've got these cars that tow little trailers behind them that have got like advertising banners sort of on them, billboards. And I was behind the voluntary assisted dying one. And Tassie's inching closer and closer to that becoming law, but it's such a process. But I hope that it goes through. Most Tasmanians hope that it goes through. Unfortunately, we just have to rely on Parliament to do the right thing. I mean, with Biscuit, I brought up euthanizing her with the vet. The vet didn't pitch it to me the second I walked in. Because some people, and I was going to get her to have an ultrasound because I wanted to know what the problem was, but then I saw her and I was like, no, this can't go on. And she was so sick, so sick, poor little thing. After she sat bolt upright and meowed at me, and the vet was like, I can't believe she just did that. She's had no energy all day. Like, she has basically just been lying on her side and very, very unwell. But I said to the vet, I'm being very proactive about advocating for voluntary assisted dying, and my mum desperately wanted out, and she wasn't able to make that choice about her own fucking life. So of course I'm going to do it for Biscuit. It's a privilege to be able to help. I know the legislative change for you is so cruel. I need to do some more reading. I did look into it when you told me about the amendment and how you're no longer qualified. It's like that has got to be one of the cruelest things ever. They should have made it available to everyone that had qualified before that legislative change. It's appalling that they didn't. Like horrible, absolutely horrible. But yeah, it makes me so sad for you that you're going through this because it's just any person. This has been the argument for everyone down here with the Your Choice movement. Is that any person that's either experienced it firsthand or is experiencing it firsthand or has seen someone experience it firsthand couldn't oppose it. You just couldn't. Unless you had some really hardcore, crazy religious beliefs. And even then, how you could think that it's okay, even with a religious belief. I mean, question your religious beliefs, like, fuck. And the only people that are sort of really vocally opposing it here are religious. And it's like, but have you seen someone you love suffer? Yes. How can you tolerate that? Well, it's in the Bible. You can't do this. But, well, sorry. The Bible was written a long time ago. People didn't live to be treated and kept alive when in the past, they would have just died of lack of any medicine available to fix them, basically. Oh, it has settled. Mary, like I said, there's nothing I can say that will make you feel better. I wish there was. I really do. I hate that you're in this position. Oh, there's your life, your right, your choice billboard. We just drove past it. It's very prominent here in Tassie. It's very much. They had a vigil last weekend. Um, People are talking about it. It's great. It's important. Oh, Mary. I just think it's so inhumane, and for what you went like to qualify, and then for the legislation to change is just I just don't know how the legislators didn't factor in people like you that were going to get cut out because of the changes. It's just I wish politicians occasionally could just fucking put themselves in someone else's shoes. But also, the community's got to get more vocal about this sort of stuff. You know, a lot of people just sit online complaining about politicians or complaining and bitching about them to their friends and family, but they never speak up. They never advocate for anything. They never contact their politicians. They all just sit around. They're the biggest critics on the planet, but they're not actually doing anything to try and bring about change. And change can happen when people speak out. You know, it does work. You liked the water, Casper. I'm glad I make you smile. If that's the one thing that I can do, I just wish I lived near you so I could just come over and have a good laugh. And I think I said something in one of my emails to you recently about that. It's terribly, terribly unfair. I know the scenery makes you smile too, and we will be going for a beach walk. I don't know if you've responded to my email or not because I want to make sure it's at a time when you can join me. And we'll go for a long beach walk and look for things on the beach. I'm glad I'll make you laugh. Oh, Will the Rocker. Hello, Groover. You're up sneezing. Oh, mate. Doing wonderful for seeing you, Groover. Look at the colour of the sky tonight, though. It's pretty, pretty. Although, because you guys get this panoramic shot, like for me, actually, most of what I can see right now is cloud straight ahead. But because, I mean, there is blue sky, but because you get the panoramic shot, the clouds look kind of little. There are some advantages for this weird panoramic bloody StreamYard on the website shot. 2 a.m. for you. Thanks, Will. Hit the likes, Groovers. I've actually found a corner of YouTube that I'm having a lot of fun in, not participating in chats or anything, but my God, I'm loving listening to it. Oh yes. Patience is a virtue. I knew that somebody's karma would find them and catch up with them one day, and it's unraveling as I speak, and I'm loving it. And no, it's got nothing to do with Diane's channel. That saga is boring as fuck. I'm loving a completely different YouTube saga that's very personal to me. And yeah, the clouds in the sky. See, like not right now. I mean, if I look up, I can see blue sky, but straight ahead for me is just that big cloud you can see. That's pretty much filling my windscreen. Just to give you a perspective on how different the views are that we're both getting, that we're all getting. Oh God, isn't the Diane thing boring? Seriously. And some of the creators that are still bleating on about it. Oh my God. Get some new material, write some new stuff. Fuck me dead. Like honestly, I know that I can be super repetitive. I think most people can be very repetitive. But there's one creator that still every single time they go live, it's all about them and how wronged they are. And it's like people are still tuning in to listen to this. A lot of people got wronged by Diane's channel. A lot of people. The children of St. Jude were robbed, like you've made your point. Yes, you are one of the people they targeted. There's no doubt about it. But you're not the only fucking one. And it's boring hearing you still going on and on and on. We know. At least acknowledge there are other people too, like, fuck. But yeah, how boring. I mean, Diane's gone, for sure. You have McDonald's? I would never judge anyone. Remember when I did that McDonald's drive-thru and I was like, please don't judge me, I'm already judging myself. Oh shit, I don't know if I turned off Bluetooth on my phone. My audio is probably being really bad again because it connects to my speaker. And I was listening to a podcast. God damn. Sorry, guys. I'm sure when I play this back, I'll be like, yep, fucked that one up, too. I can't change it while I'm driving either. Sorry, guys. And the audio is crappy now anyway. It's part of in this neck of the woods. No, look, I didn't give a flying flip about Diane's channel. I did check it out out of curiosity when you first discover the world of YouTube and people are talking about other channels and stuff. Of course, you do the rounds. You want to check stuff out. Hey, the trip home is, I'm going to get home at the same time I get home. If I leave just after 5, like I think I went live at about 5:20, 5:30. I'm still getting home at the same time without all that traffic congestion. So guess what I'm going to start doing? Delaying my departure just by 25 minutes. Like I'm still going to get home. Well, in fact, yeah, I'm getting home at 6, which is usually around the time I get home. I had chicken and fries. But yeah, I never really dug Diane's channel. It annoyed. It wasn't my thing. I just thought they were really smug, condescending, rude. And when the table was turned and they were asked to do what they demanded of everyone else and they didn't, they didn't even have the humility to say, we're fucked up. They suddenly had a new set of rules. But yeah, it's like that saga's just become Groundhog Day. I was thinking about it the other day. Oh, we've got the farmers market on this Sunday. That feels like forever away. Make a note. Go down there and get some fresh produce. I do love me a farmers market. But yeah, I was thinking about it the other day, and like, there are certainly people that are crapping on about it that at times I found entertaining, even though I don't necessarily like them as people, or I wouldn't have them as friends in my phone, you know what I mean? But still, I go to YouTube to be entertained. But I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, they're not actually. Diane was always rude. So was Wendy. Jesus. She was really condescending. Yeah, it is. It's like Groundhog Day. Boring. But I was thinking about, like I don't necessarily have to like someone to find them entertaining. But then I kind of also, I'm big on integrity and decency. And a lot of the people I was thinking, everyone that's sort of about it, not everyone, but a lot of the people that are bleating on about it have been equally as shady or shifty or rude or patronising or condescending. I was like, they're not even really great people as a collective gang. But it's not entertaining anymore. It's just unbearably repetitive and move the fuck on. But hundreds of people are still tuning in to listen to them. So, guess, yeah, it wouldn't be fun if we could all go to a farmer's market together, Will. It's just, it was fun at the start. I mean, I must admit, I did love a few episodes of it. I look at it like a book or a TV show. I did. But another thing that I'm loving listening to, I haven't actually caught it live yet with any of the channels that are having a bit of fun with the creator who's kind of fucked with a lot of people over the years. Um, I'll give them credit. They didn't really fuck me over, but because I was associated with them, I got fucked over, if that makes sense. Other people that were fucked over by them who retaliated included all of us, and a lot of us got thrown under the bus as well, even though it really had nothing to do with us. What's going on up here? Bit of a bingle by the looks of it. Bit of a bingle. Jeez. Yeah, big bingle. Crikey. Oh, jeez. Hey, Massey! Can you tell me what to buy at the market? Yeah, that'd be fun, huh? Although you'd maybe buy bloody gin, I reckon. I'd go to the farmer's market with $40 and end up spending 300. Buy a bottle of gin. Buy another bottle of gin. This it does buffer in this area. Can't do anything about it. So sorry, I forgot to do my. It's about to buffer warning. I should be through it fairly soon. How you doing, Raven? I do some lives from home that don't have shitty audio. And like I said, I wasn't going to go live. I thought I'd be stuck in traffic again. And I was listening to a podcast. I'm like, I'd like to chat and see what everyone's been up to. Cool, fun. I feel like I'm having like a dinner party, but I'm driving home, catching up on everyone's day. But yeah, there's a bit of a bingle back there. I think there were about 6 cars all in a pile up. Oh, good. Not good on a Tuesday afternoon. First thing I could want to do when I get home is look at the gym timetable and choose a class to go to in the middle of the day, because isn't that fun when you're not working and you can do things during the day? The gym's just there on the left. I'm looking forward to getting into it. I've been paying and not going, and that's stupid. But the process of suspending your membership is so bloody annoying that it's like it ends up being essentially 6 weeks that I didn't bother. No, the buffering's not my fault. It's just country coast of Tasmania. It still blows my mind that I'm on the island at the bottom of Australia, and you can even see and hear me doing what I'm doing right now. Like, I love technology. Yes, it isn't perfect, but until I'm able to make it a more perfect system, I will never complain about it. It blows my mind. It blows my mind that I'm driving, I'm chatting away, and I'm being beamed around the world by my little phone. I love it. I love it. People that complain about technology need to get kicked in the twat or make it better. You miss Steve Irwin a lot. Did you watch it last night? Yeah, he died way too young. Mind you, all the bloody crazy shit he did with Australia's vicious critters. It's kind of amazing he didn't get attacked. Whatever. He did get attacked a little bit, but it's kind of amazing, really. It's a pretty high risk job. Woman walking into the shop just back there with a big puffer coat on and a beanie. Can you believe it? Like 2nd of March and beanies are out already. It's crazy. You do. We get to go for a drive. I'm just sad that it's the same route, but yeah, I might do it. I haven't worked out. I'll sit down with my diary and see, but I feel like I might take you all for a drive down to the Tasman Peninsula. The scenery is amazing, and there's a lot of fun things we can do along the way. Like, we'll go to the Tassie Devil Park or something silly. We'll be tourists for a day. And we'll get to see Tasmanian devils, not the cartoon ones, the real ones. I like doing this because I feel like you are all sitting in the car. I can be the tour guide. Coming up on the left, we have a wild Australian Malongi Pippi dog. Beautiful huskies, aren't they gorgeous? I love those dogs. Love me a wolf dog. So yeah, expect a road trip or two in the next few days. There'll be some beach walks. Beach is wild again tonight. Loving it. Loving it. Oh, well, let's do the Tassie Devil Park. I'm prepared to spend some ridiculous amount of money. I mean, it won't be ridiculous, but you know when you go to things and you're like, oh, that entry fee was a bit over the top, but we could do that. I'd love to take you guys to Bonarong one night too. There are wildlife rescue. They are amazing, and they're not actually that far from here. We could go out to Bonarong, and you'll be able to see wallabies, kangaroos, koalas, Tassie devils, all kinds of shit. Let's do that. Trust me, there'll be a lot of road trips to interesting parts. I'd love to show all of Tasmania off to you. And while I remain free of a floof, we'll do this. But yeah, Tassie devils are cute. Just because of the way they talk, they sound really pissed off, but it's so do possums, but it's just the way they talk. They're actually very cute and funny. I'll do a bit of bonding over the next, not tonight because it's a bit feral out on my deck, but I'll do some bonding in the next week with the possums that are coming up at night and get familiar with them, because I'd love to do a live and show you the brush-tail possums, because I could never go out there at night with Biscuit. I had to keep her safe from them, and I had to keep them safe from her. Yeah, Bonarong's awesome. Awesome. I used to take tours, like groups of people off cruise ships when they came into Hobart. I worked for a company where we did tours that they'd book on the boat, and when they arrived, we'd go out to wineries or up the mountain. And I used to do a lot of the Bonarong tours. And I've got some hilarious stories about kangaroos shagging people and, well, not shagging them, but trying to. And I'll never forget the American tourist screaming, "I'm being raped by a kangaroo." I mean, she wasn't, but it was pretty funny. Buying drinks at dinner? Absolutely. It might be budget traveller style, but the food here is great. Like, honestly, I buy punnets of blueberries because the fruit's so yummy down here, but blueberries, and for like $3, there's my snack food for the day. Yum. Thank you, blueberries. So yeah, we'll do some Bonarong. Might do the Tassie. So I might look at doing Bonarong, and I don't want to do 2 wildlife things in a week. So we might do like the Tasman Peninsula. I do want to show you guys Port Arthur as well, but there's a few too many tourists here at the moment. So when that dies down a little bit, I'd love to go down there. I'm not really up for hanging out with huge groups of people at the moment. That's why I'm not going to a concert in a couple of weeks that I know and love most of the bands that are playing, but I'm just not ready to put myself in a crowd of 10,000 people. But we'll go to a few places for sure. But thanks for hanging with me on the drive. Hey, Casper's gone live. Jump over to Casper's channel, everyone. He's live. He's driving. And he just put TGIF, which is thank God it's Friday. I'm sure he's got to work tomorrow. Jump over to Casper's. I'll jump on my laptop when I get inside. What's it called when you raid? Do a raid. So you punch in Casper and go over and we'll raid his chat. I'll see you over there, guys. You be gentle with yourself too, Gone Girl and Will and Raven. Love you, Groovers. Chat soon. See you in Casper's.